Hey, what you there listening to? It's all right. He's a little tuned into his own tunes. But if I can hear clearly, he's currently listening to smooth jazz at the moment, which actually I can't believe that's something that I used to listen to, way back then. Nowadays, it's mostly heavy metal rock. The way I see music is that it can be progress in different stages, and also can be used for therapy as well. What do I mean by that? Well, let's consider the following. The music that I'm listening to, it really affects the brain, kind of thing too. And for little Tyler here, he's listening to his tunes, and also he's got his hood up at the moment. And that's kind of a common thing, when people want to stay in their own world, that kind of thing too. To escape from the reality and be in their own reality, that kind of thing too. Hood up and with their headphones, listening to their music. Ooh, sorry about that. He doesn't like to be bothered too much, but we'll make some progression as it goes on, all kinds of too. So for now, let's be for a little bit too. Here, let's just turn this down. It's all right. It's all right. He's a good boy. So with music therapy, I do believe that when it comes to rock, it kind of is more like the high level of the category, not kind of thing too. When kids start off with rock, it can be a little agitating, all kinds of stuff too, and maybe end up being a meltdown in the process. So that's why it's kind of nice to just start with a lower level when it comes to that too. Like for example, smooth jazz is what he's listening to at the moment. He'll get up to the rock and roll music of what other people would listen to, and there comes to a point where even for me too, because for me, I actually had to learn about music, music from other people, and there comes to a point where you are, when you choose to be curious about the different genres of music that goes on, but that comes much later. It's also very similar to the taste buds as well. It's like start small, with a limited amount of food items that you eat, and then once you grow older, you might want to try other food items as well. It takes time for the taste buds to mature, and same with the music. It takes time for the eardrums to mature as well, and to want to start experiencing new tunes out there too, whether you want to or otherwise. I'm the kind of guy that says you don't have to stick to just jazz or rock and roll, because everyone's got their own unique opinions in their own musical tastes. But I always like to encourage to basically go out on an adventure for new music styles and genres out there too, and who knows, you might find a good favorite here and there as well. So with music, I do generally believe that when I was very little, my mom she would always play the smooth jazz, and also when it comes, I even mentioned in Population One that would be like the last thing I would hear for the end of the day, and the last thing that I would see at the end of the day happens to be the city of Seattle. So combined city lights and smooth jazz. That's why I decide to close my eyes and go to sleep. So my question to you is, what is your personal favorite music that you would listen to and say that this is the end of the day. This is at the end of the day I would listen to this, or at the end of the day I would rather see this. Feel free to leave your responses down below. I would like to look at these responses, and also kind of want to check these music out, kind of thing too, because that's what I like to do whenever I'm going to work or just drive. Is be able to discover these new music and tracks here and there, and all kind of thing too. That's why for fun I like to go to the local record store and all kind of thing too, and and discover these new music. And it makes it kind of fun because it's always so adventurous. That I always like to find albums that just simply looks cool. It's like if it's got a really cool album, chances are it might have some really cool music. Often there are times where that's the case, and there are times that's really not so much of the case. So it's all on the matter of time until you kind of discover. You never know unless you give it a try. And we at Autismworks are a team of triers. So that's why when it comes to music, try this album and then try this new album. It may be the same genre, but done by a different artist, or it could be the same artist but a different album. So that's why we kind of like to do building blocks and all that kind of stuff too for small steps on expanding your library of music. And the other question that I like to ask you, the audience, is what's the one track or the one album that you personally like to listen to over and over and over again? Feel free. It's totally all right because I do generally believe that there are people out there, kids out there that like to listen to the same song over and over and over and over again, and over and over and over again. and I'm here to say to you is that is totally a-okay because it's your favorite song, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with listening to the same song over and over again, because it can be used as therapy in the way of like a little calming mechanism and all kind of stuff too. I bet little Tyler right there is probably listening to the same song over and over again at the moment, and that is okay because it's calming, it's therapeutic, and when they listen to the same song, they can listen to it, and it's a way to keep it in their head, especially when they're doing something different and unique and maybe possibly even scary. They just tune back into their heads and listen and keep that one song in mind. And it's basically a coping mechanism. It's a therapeutic mechanism, I guess you can say too. As long as they have that same song in their heads, and when they do something new and unique and scary, and they just like to tune back into that one song, it can be a really a good way to desensitize yourself and to kind of protect yourself for these kind of things too. And so as long as you keep that one song or maybe even one album in your head, you can definitely take on some of the hardest of challenges. And that's why I do generally believe that music therapy is so good, whether it be smooth jazz or maybe your favorite pop song, or maybe those out there that enjoy folk music and all kind of thing too. I grew up enjoying American folk music, so it's really nice to listen to that whenever I'm kind of just doing something new and unique and all that kind of thing too. Like I could go all day talking about my music collection, but at the meantime, I think we'll just stick to music therapy for that kind of stuff. As long as you have the personal favorite tracks, that's all it kind of matters, and they can help you. So don't ever worry about people when you feel like that they would say, listen, this person listens to the same music over and over again. It really gets annoying and all that kind of stuff too. But please keep in mind that please make it a goal to not worry so much. This is your playlist, and your playlist matters to you, and it's okay. It's everyone's got their own different taste when it comes to music, and I generally think it's really quite beautiful for to share their music tracks and all kinds of stuff too. I even mentioned that in Becoming One that I encourage people to share their top tracks or albums and all kinds of stuff too, because the way I kind of see is that music kind of reflects the personality of different people too, it reflects kind of like different feelings that people go through too. Because it's in theory, it's like when I listen to heavy rock music, that's when I'm feeling not so happy, just more irritated, just more like ooh, aggression kind of thing too. And I gotta get all that aggression out and all that kind of stuff too. So I think I do remember on one of my videos where it's like I'm the angriest man I know, and I kind of use that aggression for for in a healthy kind of way here too. Something that doesn't hurt others, but also just more on lines of either punching the bag or going out for a jog or a sprint. Because I used to be a track star back in high school. Because I get to run and all that kind of thing too. So as long as you have that aggression being sent out in a healthy way, that's what kind of matters and all that kind of stuff too. And I do believe that music is kind of a way to sort of a way to justify that too. And also one more thing that I want to recommend is that music can be a way to communicate with others as well. So for those who feel like that words are a little bit too complicated, I know Lil Tyler is kind of he's trying to find his words at the moment, but I'm sure that Lil Tyler would probably find his words soon enough. But in the meantime, maybe his communication could be in the music that he listens to, and maybe he might have the courage to share some of his favorite songs and depending on what he's listening to, that could be what he's feeling at the moment. So far, it looks like he's listening to smooth jazz once more. So I think he's in the calmer state at the moment as well. And if I happen to listen to maybe something more happy and cheery, then maybe he's feeling happy. So how about you? Do you feel like that music could also bring some communication and all that kind of stuff too? Because I have mentioned about the magnets, about how you are feeling, or it's like if you're feeling happy or sad or mad or maybe excited or anxious or maybe love struck, that kind of thing. It's we had the magnets right up there on the fridge. However, I do believe that there might be a new way to show some emotions and expressions and feelings, and that happens to be music. And so my challenge for you, the audience, is to find what music reflects of feelings. What music represents how you feel emotionally and your expressions. Do you happen to have any songs that reflect on your sadness or if you're experiencing something that makes you feel mad at the moment too, or happy or anything like that too. So I really do believe that there are music tracks that are kind of like that too. So feel free to share. Feel free to share. There are absolutely no right or wrong music that you listen to. If music that you listen to happens to be overplay on the radio, you can share that. If there are music that happens to be from a video game, you can share that. If there happens to be music that you feel like that haven't been heard of from a lot of people, and you feel like you're the only one that listens to them, guess what? You can share that too. Music is universal. There's no right or wrong tracks to listen to. You gotta. Yeah, this is your playlist. And there are people out there that would absolutely love to experience these tracks too. So think of it this way. The DJ is playing, and it's up to you to make the requests. And so keep the turntable playing and make those requests because there are tunes out there and and the people are out in the dance floor dancing and having a good time, and the DJ really wants some more of your requests. And once you submit your requests, who knows? Maybe people might find new favorites out there too. And it's up to you. It's up to you to make those requests and to kind of in a way share your and to share what these tunes mean to you. And once we do that, we will have a major breakthrough in understanding who you are and what goes on into that beautiful brain of yours. And one of the major breakthroughs next to sharing your emotions through magnets and all these other strategies, I do believe that music is a good way to express of these emotions and how you feel, and based on what goes on. You can use music as a tool to use for these moments. So yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a party. It's we'll fill the day with music all together. So until next time, remember, feel free to submit your favorite tunes down below and share what they mean to you. So I do believe that music is very extremely effective when it comes to therapy, and also just for expressing emotions for these kind of things. And I do believe that they will work. It's because it's universal. Everyone's got their own tastes. It's up to us to share something said tastes too. You want to say goodbye to the fans? You want to say goodbye to the audience right there? It's okay. It's okay. We'll definitely get back into it too. There's always going to be some major breakthroughs. It's okay. It's okay. He still enjoy his tunes. Headphones, hooded sweatshirts. So let's work on this together for little Tyler right around here too. But yeah, he'll be fun. As soon as he's back into reality, as soon as he's back into the world and not into his world, we'll work together. This is a team effort, not kind of thing too. But I always say that there is absolutely nothing wrong with being in your own world. It's all about balance, and together we're going to work together on finding that balance between his world and our world, not kind of thing too. So let's work on all right. Let's work on it together, all right? It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And we're gonna use music as a way to make these breakthroughs. So until next time, keep listening.